What's something you didn't realize for years members of the opposite sex do? Until I was about a sophomore in high school, I didn't know whether girls bled out of their vaginas or their nipples. Sex ed classes always said privates, so I wasn't sure which sat. A reason that made me more confused was I saw my friend lean over and I saw some toilet paper, gauze-looking stuff in her bra, so I thought she was on her period. I dated a guy in high school who thought pregnant women had contractions when they went into labor. I just realized after 45 years of living that female pants have literally useless pockets. Even female cargo pants hold less than regular male pant pockets. Girls pee in the shower too. Not wash their hair every day. Some women only wash their hair a couple times a week. Enjoy sex. Somehow I was convinced it was just a favor girls would do for guys if they were feeling generous or bored. I worked with a 25-year-old gentleman, let's call him Paul because that's his real name, who believed every woman in the world had their period at the same time. When he told me this, I burst out laughing because I imagined that he saw women's periods as a werewolf change brought on by a full moon or something. God, I miss Paul. Store, hide items in their brass. I didn't think boobs could get any better. What a fool I was. Men are constantly confused about why women bring so much crap when they travel. Watching my wife pack for a trip, once it dawned on me, men pick stuff and pack it. Women pack stuff to pick from. I didn't know that dudes can sit on their balls. My husband told me about it, and I was thankful to have genitalia that stays in one place on my body at all times. Every girl I know seems to be in denial that guys jack off all the time, especially if it's a guy they like. That men and women take their shirts off differently. Try asking a member of the opposite gender how they take their shirt off and notice the difference from your own methods. LOL. It makes you wonder why. This is the exact opposite of the question, but it's hilarious, so I figured I'd post it anyway. In college, I had a friend who said that one time he had sex with a girl and she drooled all over the place. I'm a girl and I was completely baffled. He went on to elaborate that when some girls see *, they expel little jewels out of their vag just like squirting ... I told him he should probably get checked because that crap ain't right. So to sort of answer the question, my friend thought that jewels came out of girls' vaginas until he was 19. I didn't realize girls are just as immature about farts as guys are. I learned that guys never ever talk in the bathroom. I'm a bit jealous. I have several colleagues who will continue a conversation as I'm peeing. It's really awkward. I like to pee in silence. Until around 16, I thought all girls have super clean rooms, then turns out most of them are messy as frick. Let me know if there's anything else you need. I never thought guys would love getting pampered with beauty products and spas, but I was so wrong. I have so many guy friends who are using me as an excuse to go for spa sessions. I thought girls came from emotional boys. When I was young, my parents threatened me with castration whenever I acted emotional. They would say something along the lines of, if you don't stop crying then we'll cut your balls off and turn you into a girl. Do you want that? Harsh, but it was very effective. I would always stop crying after that because I did not want to lose my balls, even though at the time I could not come up with reasons why I had balls to begin with. All I knew was that I did not want to get my balls cut off. At that time, I started to realize that girls probably came from boys who were too emotional. There were moments where I really wanted to ask a girl how she lost her balls, but I was too afraid to ask, and because I'm a good kid, I did not want to have her relive that awful experience. Part of me also did not want to hear the painful feeling of having your balls cut off too. I actually did believe this for a while. Especially when during that time I heard rumors of circumcision, I thought that both were somehow related. Eventually, I would be scarred for a year when I was sort of hanging out with a girl around my age and I noticed that she wasn't wearing any underwear. I panicked and ran off. For the longest time, I thought I saw the aftermath of castration, and all that was left on her lower body was the remnants of what was a penis and testicles. I could not go to sleep for a while because of the horrible nightmares I would get sometimes. In my freshman year of college, one of my guy friends was horrified to hear that girls' periods last a week. He thought we have symptoms for a week, and then let all the period blood out at once like going to the bathroom. He thought that pads and tampons were for if you knew you wouldn't have enough time to go to the toilet to let it out. I did not know about morning wood until my roommate, and I watched Asterisk the Proposal Asterisk, then had her boyfriend explain to us the line "It's the morning" at age 21. I didn't know till my 20s that girls had to go to the gynecologist routinely. I always thought they only went when they're pregnant or something is wrong. For a while as a kid, all I heard was girls don't have a wee-wee, so I thought all they had were balls. It took me a while, but I figured it out eventually. I found out around 16-ish that when penises become erect it happens in twitches. I thought they just went up in one motion, like one of those pipe whistles. I used to think that in order to pee guys had to squeeze their penises. Always found it weird when my dad sometimes rushed to the toilet. Took me the longest time to figure out why laundry detergent ads bragged about getting out grass stains and blood. I'm like, you gotta hit the grass pretty hard to draw blood. This isn't really addressing the prompt, since it's something members of the same sex do. But I recently realized guys who are having friendly conversations rarely do so facing each other directly. They are either side by side or standing in an L shape. It blew my mind when I read that and realized that I had been doing this my whole life without consciously realizing it. This is amazingly dumb of me, but up until I was in high school, I thought girls only used tampons, pads to prevent potential leaks. I just assumed chicks had a sphincter muscle in their vagina, and they sort of held in all their period stuff until they went to the bathroom, just like pooping. I didn't know guys came. I thought people just quit having sex when they were tired. No one ever talked to me about the ending. Women check out the bulge in a man's pants. I always thought guys wearing tight pants just had a strange fashion sense, but apparently, they are giving women a show. I learned on Per or Ask Women that sometimes when they fart a little bit of the gas can get trapped in the vagina, creating a little fart bubble in there. If they swiggle around, then it gets released. I didn't know that periods last asterisk multiple days asterisk. I thought it was a one-day thing. The flush before you're done peeing toilet game you gentlemen do. I didn't think that women farted until I followed my extra wide-bottomed and up the stairs out of the church basement. I was 7 years old, right behind her, arse high. Took me by complete surprise. The horrible odor permeated my nose and mouth. I could taste it, made me dizzy. That's when I stopped believing in God. As a male movie theater employee, I was shocked to find out the women's restroom always gets filthier than the men's. I didn't realize males don't pee themselves if they have to go and laugh too hard. It's like a superpower. It took me a long time to realize that women try as hard as men do to look good, be cool in front of people they are interested in. Women pheromones attract bobby pins, causing them to multiply and hang around all over the house or apartment. Girls don't pee out of the same hole, you frick, apparently. I didn't realize until fairly recently that some guys wear underwear under their swimsuits. For a long time, I didn't think girls could masturbate. How could they when they didn't have anything to jerk? Got a female roommate recently, and we share a bathroom. I had no idea that girls collect their hair strands on the shower wall to save them clogging the drain. Apparently, all girls do this according to the other two that I asked. This thread sums up the failure of sex education in schools.